Guys, thanks so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule to watch hopefully this short video today. I'm super excited to have one of our speakers at the Source Direct Private Label Workshop in coordination with ASD Market Week coming up real soon. We're just 3 weeks away, so it's happening extremely fast. But I have a special guest, Brett Curry from OMG Commerce. He's going to be one of our speakers at the event, talking specifically about Amazon advertising. But I want to talk a little bit about OMG Commerce, just kind of some of the highlights that I think are really important when we think about digital advertising. Google Ad Specialist and Partner. They also are a Bing Ad Partner. They were just recognized in Inc.'s 2019, one of the best workplaces to be at. So they're building an incredible team. And they're actually one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest, Brett, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but fastest growing Amazon ad partner, which is a huge deal as we think about advertising on Amazon, as important as it is for brands, for private label sellers today. So, hey, Brett, thanks for taking some time out of your busy schedule to join in. We're excited to have you as part of the workshop, excited for you to drop some serious knowledge around Amazon advertising. But before we jump into any of those details, why don't you just give us a little background on your journey, OMG Commerce journey, where you guys are today and what you're really focusing on for the clients you're working with.
Yeah, man, glad to do it. And thank you for having me on this little segment. And I'm pumped to be in Las Vegas. I love events. I found, just a quick plug for me in my business and growth and you know, the things that have influenced our trajectory the most, it's almost always been live events. Going to live events, networking, learning, connecting with people. I'm so excited to be there. I'm excited to meet, you know, some of your crew there and your community, and excited to bring some knowledge. So in terms of background, just succinctly, I'm kind of a marketing junkie. I've always loved the science behind marketing, what makes people behave the way they behave, what kind of ads lead to someone wanting a product versus the ads that lead someone to ignore a product. And so I've actually done quite a few things from TV and radio and even some direct mail, but got into online marketing in 2004, focused on SEO, so all organic search optimization. Then me and my business partner, Chris Brewer, started OMG in 2010 and really started mainly as a Google agency, so organic search, Google ads, then pretty quickly transitioned to just focusing on e-commerce. And it was interesting. We had a lot of clients come to us and say, hey, you're doing a great job on Google. Help us with Amazon. Help us with our Amazon ads. And we're like, well, we don't know Amazon. But then as we started digging in, we realized, man, there's a ton of synergy, a lot of similarities, right? It's all query-based. And so understanding the intent behind someone's search on either platform. And so it's about 3 years ago, we started heavily investing in our team, building out our Amazon ad capabilities. And it's now by far the fastest growing part of our agency, but we love it. We love thinking about the strategy, not just like the little nerdy ad metrics, you know, like ACoS and CPC and impression share and things like that. Those are all important, but looking at it from a strategic perspective as well and understanding what is the nature of this product, what is the goal of this company, and then how do we use ads as a tool, as a vehicle to get there. So that's kind of a quick burst there. We have a team of 30 and growing, and so yeah, that's kind of the quick rundown.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Super excited for what you guys are doing, serving the community so well in so many areas. You know, when I think about Amazon specifically, that's going to be our topic at this workshop, focusing on how do we build a brand on Amazon. Advertising is a component that it has to be a pillar of what is going to drive success on their platform. You know, I think of just a few years ago, Brett, advertising was kind of optional. You could still perform fairly well with different strategies and those types of things to generate sales. Advertising was kind of one of those optional things. And it's really shifted to where it's not optional anymore. It has to be a significant portion of your strategy, really, to have a successful brand on their platform. So can you give us just some insight, just in the last couple of years, what's changed? What's changed in this Amazon advertising platform where it really has come to a place where it has to kind of be that one of those cornerstones that are driving your business?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think it's kind of the natural maturation process of the channel or of the platform. If you if you look at Google, right, there was, when we first started, we were heavily investing in SEO, organic search for Google. It pretty quickly became more of a pay to play environment where the top of the search results are dominated by ads now on Google. And so you got to work to get to those organic listings. Look at Facebook, and I'm not a Facebook ad expert. I know enough to be dangerous, and I can talk a little shop, but same thing happened there, right? There was a period of time when you could rely on your organic skills and organic reach, free reach. But as that platform matures, you got to pay to play. And now to get any significant reach on Facebook, just got to pay. And the same is true for Amazon now, where it's such a crowded marketplace and ad units are taking up more of that search results page that it's required. Like you said, it's necessary to be there. It's interesting in terms of what's changed a lot. One of the things, and this is not necessarily significant, but it's just more entertaining and confusing than anything, the names of things. It's like Amazon changes the names of platforms and ad units and stuff all the time. So that definitely creates confusion as you're chatting with people and they're asking questions about this ad unit or that ad unit. But anyway, that's kind of beside the point. But one of the things that's changed, as we compare the Google platform and Amazon platform, because we live in both worlds, in a lot of ways, Amazon is still playing catch up to Google in terms of powerful reporting, kind of the number of levers you can pull and the things you can adjust to get the results you want. In a lot of ways, Google's platform is way, way, way more advanced than Amazon's. There's a couple areas where that's reversed, but Amazon's investing in some of their own automation, right? So some bid automation where you can allow Amazon to bid down for you or to bid up or down for you based on goals and based on performance. And so what we've seen, just our experience as an agency, is usually when those are first released, and this applies with Google as well, they're not so good when they're first released because the machine needs data, right? That's just the way machine learning works. And so if you're an early adopter with some of those things, you can expect some kind of shaky results or maybe worse. But we anticipate that getting better over time. It's not great right now. So definitely some automation, some more advanced features in terms of who you can target, where you can target, things like that. And now, one of the things that we've talked about a lot as an agency is being full funnel or reaching shoppers at different stages of the journey. So from awareness to consideration to evaluation to purchase. And so Amazon is opening up new ad units for things like display ads, and there's a couple ways you can go about display ads, but where you can reach someone who's maybe just starting to browse. You can eventually start targeting people that are heavily looking for your product, even visiting your competitors' products, things like that. So more ways to reach people with the variety of ad units, more targeting. And then machine learning. I think we're going to see all of those areas increase here in the coming months and years.
Sure, absolutely. So we're going to be diving deep into a lot of how do we execute an effective ad strategy on Amazon at the workshop that's coming up this month. But if we could just maybe highlight what's maybe one or two of the biggest mistakes that you see people making as individuals come to OMG Commerce and they say, hey, we're really struggling with Amazon advertising. As you guys start to dig into their account, what are some of those things that surface very quickly that sellers need to be aware of that they're making these mistakes?
Yeah, so I'll highlight a couple. Often we'll run into accounts where the seller's doing pretty well. Business is good, they're growing, they're managing supply chain and inventory and their own team and all this. And so ads are a little bit of an afterthought. They're kind of back burner. And so we'll find accounts where there's a lot of waste. So a lot of waste where there's maybe keywords that are underperforming that should be treated a little bit differently, or there are areas that are getting some traction, but because bids are not set up properly, the structure is not there, they're missed opportunities. So there's kind of this either waste or missed opportunities. We see that a lot, and that's natural, right? It's one of those things where as a seller is growing their business, there's a period of time when it makes sense for them to run their own ads. And then there's a period of time when it becomes much more beneficial to not run their ads, either hire a team member or outsource to a freelancer or bring on an agency or something. Right. So we see that where there's just missed opportunities or under leveraged, or we see people that become obsessed with ACoS and obsessed with advertising cost of sale. and obsessed with other metrics to the detriment of their overall growth. And so this may be more than we want to tackle on this call, so let's make it quick when we talk about it at the workshop in Las Vegas. But we look at more of a portfolio goal, right? Where we're trying to say, and this kind of goes back to what I said at the beginning, where let's have business objectives. What is the business trying to do? Where are you trying to go? Are you trying to rank for certain keywords? Or are we trying to get this new product launched? Are we trying to expand consumption with our customers across our different product lines? Lots of goals, right, that you could potentially have. We've seen clients who get obsessed about every keyword, every ad has to hit a certain ACoS. And there's a limit there where if you get too focused on ACoS, you can really limit your overall growth. And so we like to break it down where there are certain keywords that fit more top of funnel or mid funnel, other keywords that are bottom of funnel and have different ACoS goals at different stages, while all still fitting into an overall ACoS goal that makes sense for the business. But that's kind of the other extreme. So there's this extreme where we don't have time to focus on ads and it's just not going well, or the other extreme of, hey, I learned a couple things in a course, and I'm just going to obsessively focus on these numbers without really understanding how it all works together. And our philosophy is business objectives above ad metrics. They all tie in together, of course. But you can get so focused on the trees and miss the forest. That analogy is. But those are some of the biggest mistakes that we see. A few others, relying too heavily on automated targeting. We like a blend of let's leverage Amazon's machine learning. Let's also apply our strategic approach and just good business sense to campaigns. So that would be another big mistake we see too, is relying too much on automation or too much on machine learning.
Sure, absolutely. So talk to us, Brett, real quick, just about the workshop in itself. What are you going to be talking about? What are you going to be sharing? What's kind of the objective for the advertising component?
Yeah, man, I love talking about this stuff. It's so much fun. But the essence of what we'll be doing is we're going to be creating a roadmap for how to use ads, what ad units, what campaign types to create at different stages of your growth. So if you're just starting with ads, where do you want to focus your attention first? What provides the biggest initial return? And then where do we expand from there? So again, kind of thinking about it in terms of a funnel or a shopping journey, we really want to focus closer to that purchase window or kind of the bottom of the funnel. So let's get let's tackle all the people, let's attract all the people that are really ready to buy now. Let's get them to see our product and hopefully buy. And then as we start to really gain momentum there, then let's branch out a little bit and reach people that are maybe earlier in the shopping journey, or maybe even shopping for our competitors' products, and see if we can woo them to consider our offerings. And so going to be creating a roadmap. We'll get a little bit nerdy. We'll get tech nasty, as my good friend Ezra Firestone talk about. So we'll talk about some of the mechanics of ads and how they work and how you should bid. We'll also look at the strategy behind why we're doing what we're doing, and then kind of this roadmap of beginner to intermediate to, hey, now we're really blowing up this brand. Here are some of the ad options and ad approaches that we should consider at those different stages.
Cool. It's gonna be fun. What was the term that Ezra used?
Tech nasty.
Tech nasty. I'm gonna have to remember that one. That is fun.
It's a good one. So we'll dig in. It won't be too nerdy, but we will dig in. We want to be practical, right? I want people to walk away with, yeah, I can use this information, but also with the strategy to know what's behind all this and why it works the way it works. Right. It's all important.
So, for sure. Cool. Well, if you guys are interested, there's still time to get enrolled. Still have plenty of seats available for you guys. So the Source Direct Private Label Workshop is going to be happening this month. We're just literally 3 weeks away, July 27th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Brett's going to be joining us. We're going to be having a branding expert joining us. We're going to be looking at the entire private label process from start to finish, all of the core pillars that you need in order to be successful. We're going to uncovering all of that. So all happening as part of the ASD Market Week show, happening in Las Vegas, of course, at the Las Vegas Convention Center. If you want to register, you can actually register for the show. You can actually source direct from companies from factories at the show, or wholesalers if you're interested. Whatever it is, they have thousands and thousands of vendors there that you can begin relationships with as you build out your brand. So you can jump over on asdonline.com. You can register for the show. In addition, you can register for the private label workshop. We'll have all the details again below this video. Brett, man, thanks again. We're excited to have you. See you in Vegas here in a few weeks, man.
Awesome, man. See you in Vegas.
All right. Thanks.